welcome to the review day. Congratulations to making it to the end of the section of lesson. We are going to go ahead and do our pep talk story and then our review. Before we do that, just make sure that you have all your songs passed off, all your assignments done. Maybe just check through really quick, make sure everything's completed, and then you're ready to move on. So for your pep talk story today, I'm going to tell you about a lady I knew when I was growing up. So one of our good friends, our neighbors down the road when I was growing up, was this woman, and she was incredible. And when she was a kid, she had contracted the disease called polio. And it's one of those that you don't see as much anymore. There's lots of vaccinations out there where a lot of people don't get it anymore. But they did back then, and it was crippling. It crippled people. So when she was younger, she contracted polio, and after her polio, her legs just didn't work very well. And she had to learn how to walk again, and she had to do a lot of things to get her body to be able to move around. And one of the things that she had to do for the rest of her life was she had to wear a big brace on her leg because her leg was no longer strong. And so she had this big brace and she had a cane. And so when I met her, I was little. We moved in down the road from them when I was young, and she was a young mom, and she had young kids, and she had this baby boy, and he was gigantic. She was just this little petite lady, and she had this big giant baby boy, and I remember watching her tote him around with her crutch and her brace, and she was, just hefting him around and making it through her day. But life was hard for her. Life was difficult without being able to move and be able to use her legs properly. It was difficult. And at this point, she is now in a wheelchair. But I bring her up because she did not let that deter her at all from what she wanted to do, from who she wanted to become. She became a member of the school board. She was always serving in her community in other ways as well. She raised 4 amazing kids, and she just, to this day, is just this incredible woman that is always contributing to her community, despite her trials and her disability that she's had to deal with since she was young. So anyways, she is a really good example to me of somebody who can do hard things, who still believed in herself, who, even though she had this hard thing that had happened to her and it made life more difficult, she was willing to push through that and to continue to become who she wanted to become and live her dreams and be a mom and now a grandma, and a great neighbor and friend to everybody that she met. So anyways, there's your pep talk for the day. Just remember that you can do hard things. There are people that have struggles and disabilities, and be grateful for all the things and abilities that you've been given. And if you have struggles and disabilities, that's okay. You can do it. You can still do hard things and overcome those and just live life, live your dreams. So anyways, today our review is starting on Learn to Play Piano, page 121. At the top, you'll see we're solving these musical math problems by adding or subtracting the numbers of beats. Rests are counted just like notes. So you're going to go ahead and solve all these little math problems. We've done this before. And then at the bottom, instead of using a number to solve the problems, you are now going to write a note that equals the same amount. So before you complete this assignment, I need you to do one more thing for me. On number 9, I accidentally put an extra quarter note. So if you will just go ahead and scribble out that first quarter note, you will then have a solvable problem. So just go ahead and do that for me really quick. And thank you. I'm sorry. I need a better editor than myself. So anyways, now you can go ahead and pause the video and complete the assignment. Our second review page today is Notes, page 67. The directions say, label these musical symbols with the number that is next to their name in the word bank. So over on our right, we have our yellow word bank with all of our different names of our musical symbols. And underneath our symbols, we are just going to find the matching name and write the number of it next to it. So if you notice my treble clef sign, treble clef is number 1, and I have a 1 written under the treble clef sign. Go ahead and complete this part of the assignment, and then come back to the video and review and check your work with the answer keys, and then you're finished for the day. Great job!
Under the umbrella are no C, D, and E. Cabanas are much bigger, they hold F, G, A, B.